Hey everybody, how's it going? So let's talk about something that's common to all of us. And not gonna give you any advice, but let's kind of go through this obvious thing. When I started programming, there was not a single thing that I didn't love about programming. And it's been some time now. And if you just ask me that question now, the same question, what do you love about programming, what you don't love about programming, I would tell you I probably don't love a lot about programming. I like few things here and there. Okay. I like sort of, for example, automation and all that stuff. But if you ask me, do I love programming as I used to love programming 7, 8 years ago? I would probably tell you no, I don't. It's not true. You know. So now when I started programming, you could just assign me anything. You could give me anything. You could throw any task at me, and I would just get on with it. I would do extra hours, and I would not get bored. I would just absolutely not get bored at all. And fast forward to now, if something tedious and it's repetitive, I do get bored. I'm not gonna lie to you. So what happened? I don't know. I think what happened is that's just my theory, and you guys kind of fill me in if I'm wrong here. I think what happened is that um, when you start getting paid for to do work, you kind of lose freedom, right? And I do think that a lot of people who love their freedom, they don't make a lot of money. If you love your freedom, you're not gonna make a lot of money, in my opinion. This is, for example, people like artists. You'll see them on the street, you'll see them on the showroom. They love what they do. They're kind of slave to their craft. Same for programmers. Some programmers just love working with certain things. And if you offered them more money and you told them, forget about this thing you've been working with for years, pick this new thing up, but we'll pay you more, that person might decline that because they just can't live without doing what they have been doing for decades or years. Okay, they don't want to lose their freedom, and because they don't want to lose their freedom, they have the choice to say no. They have the choice to work with this language, work with this, work with that person. Wake up at this time, sleep at this time. If you don't want to wake up at 9, you don't want to wake up at 6 a.m., that is fine. You don't want to wake up at 8 a.m., that is fine. Okay? You wake up at 12 and then you want to work until 3 a.m., that is also fine. That person will do that because that person loves their freedom, and that kind of makes them creative as well. That just sort of boosts their love for what they do. But that is not the case when you sort of join a company and you work under somebody else, and that person works under somebody else, and then there is a hierarchy of orders. Something comes from the top and then it reaches you. You don't even have an idea where it came from and why is it that way. It takes away your freedom. Because it takes away your freedom, I think people lose interest in whatever they're doing in that company. Now if you took the same person, and I think I could be wrong, if you take the same person now, tell them you don't have to do this job anymore. You can work with the same programming language you like, same technology you like, but we'll give you freedom to work at your own hours, your own project. You kind of have a choice to do how you want to run things. That person will pick that because it gives them freedom. Okay, and it's gonna bring the love for the programming back for that person. That's what I think. You put the person in the office 3 by 3, that person is gonna lose interest in whatever they do, whatever they have always loved, instantly in the next 3 months. You'll overload them with things that they used to love, they'll hate them. Same thing here. I think you just, when you start to hate, you just get bored. Somebody takes you out of that cubicle and puts you in a place where you do have freedom to do whatever you like, then you start loving that thing again. So I think that's what happens with programming as well. If you have boredom, you are probably being forced to do something, and I think that's the nature of the industry as well. And what can you do about it? I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not giving you advice, but something that does work for me is just working on personal projects, working on things you like, and just not even touching the things that you don't like. Not even touching, just seriously. Now you're not gonna have time to do all that. If you have full-time job, maybe weekend, maybe a couple hours here and there at most, but that's all you can do. If you want to keep um, loving what you have always loved, then that's the only solution, or you just leave the job. And I don't think there is two way around it. You could some people can say like, what what if the job gives you technology, whatever tech stack that you like, they give you freedom to use that is fine, but you're still under working under somebody else with a lot of limitations on you. And when you have limitations, creativity goes out of the window, freedom goes out of the window, obviously, and then you just get bored. So that cycle doesn't stop as long as you're working for somebody else and you don't have too much freedom. So you do have to kind of, you don't want to get bored, you have to work on your own things, build your own things, develop your own tools, explore new things. There's plenty of things to do, and you just have to do that. And I don't think there is another way around it. If you guys know any other way how not to get bored programming, then let me know. And with that, I'll catch you guys next time, and happy Sunday.